welcome back, y'all, to another episode of the Very Important Podcast, aka VIP. I'm your host, James.
Zay.
Will.
And we are back with yet another episode. Gentlemen, ow! I gotta stop doing that. Of course, we're coming off the backs of the second biggest release of 2026. And that is, of course, Michael. If you guys haven't already checked out our review of it, it's on the channel already. But with that being said, let's talk about some numbers real quick, gentlemen. Opening weekend numbers, over $217 million made. Pretty much made back its budget almost.
That's some good money.
That's great money.
That's some good money.
That's sequel money right there. Spoiler alert, this is a sequel. It's coming out soon. But yeah, that $217 million, it is the biggest opening of all time. Opening weekend number of all time for any biopic. Made $40 million on its opening day, which is the biggest, of course, opening of any biopic of all time, as well as the biggest opening of 2026 thus far. However, well, you tell them. When that review embargo lifted, what was the critic score looking like?
It was looking tough. It was like 27%?
27%.
That is tough. And I feel like there is a bias in there because I read some of the reviews, and spoiler alert, I have not seen Michael yet. I'm planning on going to see it this week, but from what I read when it came to the reviews, it was there was a very sense of a bias. Like I saw like a lot of it, they were basically upset apparently because they didn't put everything that was in Michael Jackson's story in there, which is like I guess I could understand, but it's like you guys gotta understand this is a big actor and they can't put a big artist, and they're not gonna put every single thing in there. You gotta understand of people's privacy as well too.
Well, yeah, I guess now the critic score has bumped up to 38%, and the audience score is 97%. A movie that me and Zay saw, it was not 38% bad, and it was not 97% amazing. It's around that 70-something percent. But Zay, I wanted to get your thoughts of, what do you think of the discrepancy between the critic score and the audience score for the movie?
I mean, you got to take everything with a grain of salt. I talked about it in our review of the movie, so y'all go check that out because I'm not gonna say everything here. But there was a lot of tedious bullshit that people was rating the movie based off. Like, I saw a lot of people saying that the movie sucked because Jafar looks nothing like Michael Jackson. I mean, he looks the closest thing to Michael Jackson that we would have got.
That was damn near Michael in certain scenes.
Ain't that literally his relative or something like that?
Yeah,
his nephew.
So I don't get what you was expecting. Did you want them to cast somebody that looks nothing like him? Because if y'all really want to get serious, we could have gotten Fabio Jackson if y'all wanted to.
Or do you want them to freaking do that generative AI thing where they freaking filter the guy's face so it look like Michael Jackson? Like, come on now.
Yeah.
We saw that in Star Wars. It looked ass. So come on, let's be realistic.
So I don't think the rating was fair to be even a 38 now. Definitely should be higher. The movie, it wasn't 38%. I'm gonna leave it off at that.
It definitely wasn't.
Based on what you're saying, I feel like it would make I feel like it would be like if they take away all of that BS, I feel like a fair rating that a critic could do, I would say would be 65 if they wanted to be like a little bit strict, but I feel like a lot of the critiques.
You haven't seen the movie though.
I mean, yes, that's true. I'm going based off what you guys are saying and based on what I've read. I feel like a lot of those reviews should be in my personal opinion, stricken because there's a clear bias, and I feel like you shouldn't review bomb a movie just because there's certain things that you guys have a petty thing like Zay said, being upset because his nephew does not look like Michael Jackson, and you rated it bad because of that. I feel like that's bad journalism, in my personal opinion.
There is valid criticism for the movie, absolutely valid criticisms. I do think that first of all, the criticism a lot of it should be towards the legal team in that fucking movie. How the fuck you casted Diana Ross You're supposed to. The movie was supposed to be longer, and it had to do like $22 million or like $15 million plus of reshoots in 22 days. Oh, the legal team deserves a fucking L on this one. I'm sorry. How do you get so much? How do you have to cram so much? Or not cram? How do you have to reshoot and don't have a finished product for Michael Jackson before the movie comes out? That's just ridiculous to me. But it begs the question, guys. What are some movies that does not have a favorable critic score that you guys absolutely love? I'll start with you, Zay.
For me, I have a couple. Speed Racer. That was not rated good, but it was actually a really good movie. The Thing. Jennifer's Body. And then one of my personal ones that I like, San Andreas. Y'all know I like destruction movies, chaos, things like that. So yeah, it's my thing.
That's what about you, Will?
One movie that really speaks to my heart. I would also say this, like the franchise as a whole. As you guys know, I'm a big Transformers fan. So for me, the first three, they got reviewed. They don't have the greatest reviews, but they hold a special place in my heart. Especially number 3. Dark of the Moon, it was a mess. I'm not gonna lie. The movie was a mess, but I still enjoyed it. Another one I would say would be the first G.I. Joe, The Rise of Cobra. That one was one of those movies that was hilariously bad, but I still enjoyed it.
It wasn't bad. The first G.I. Joe that they made?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm talking about Retaliation.
Oh, I thought you meant like the first G.I. Joe movie.
No.
Series. Oh,
but I'm not gonna front. There were some bad moments in the first one too.
There were bad moments, but it was a great movie. But
yeah, like woof, man. When Channing Tatum saw the mask reveal in the first G.I. Joe, he was like, "You son of a bitch!" Oh, bro. He said that so badly, bro.
If we want to talk about a poorly rated movie that deserves its poor ratings, we could say Snake Eyes.
Oh, 100%. Oh my god.
Talk about Jump Cut, the movie?
It's one of those movies where like you can't even like laugh at how bad it was. Like if they took the movie so serious and it just performed horrendously. Like it made no sense to the context of Snake Eyes' character because he's supposed to be tied into the original G.I. Joe movies. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, we're not supposed to see the nigga's face, and we've seen the nigga's face like majority of the movie. Like, what are we doing?
Niggas came in. The trailer already spoiled that his face was being. Niggas came into the movie already know it.
Bro, it's like that was a bad movie.
But before we stray further off track and turn into a G.I. Joe episode, I think for me, top 3 movies, 1995 Mortal Kombat movie. I would say, up until recently, the best video game movie of all time. Up until recently, I'm going to still give it its flowers, though. And yes, I'm shaking my hair because I got twist. And I can do that. Second one, Space Jam 1 with Michael Jordan.
That had a bad review score?
Credit score, yep.
Wow, I love Space Jam.
Hey,
that
man,
was my shit.
I don't care if Michael can't act. You can't make me hate that movie. You can't make me hate that movie at all. And then last but not least, my most controversial take of at least VIP history. I like 2003 Daredevil.
That's a hot take. That is a hot take.
Listen, man. Ben Affleck as Matt Murdock. Disgusting. Michael Clark Duncan as the Kingpin.
Disgusting.
Hey, man, listen, man. Colin Farrell as Bullseye.
Disgusting.
Listen, man. That's my fucking childhood right there. I watched that movie so many times as a kid, and I could watch it so many times now. I absolutely love that movie.
My issue with Daredevil is that it's not even the movie itself. It birthed so many more bad comic book movies. Fucking Elektra, Catwoman.
I'm sorry, Charlie Cox is Daredevil.
That's my Daredevil.
You see how I said I like waffles and niggas think I hate pancakes all of a sudden?
I never said that. I'm just saying I could never see Ben Affleck as Daredevil.
He wasn't there.
It's just disgusting.
For 15 years, I was my Daredevil.
That is a disgusting take. I'm sorry.
But yeah. But before we move on, I mean, what do you guys think of the whole critics versus audience score? It's going to be a debate forever throughout time. This won't be a definitive answer.
It's stupid.
Oh, go elaborate.
I mean, I guess it's cool to. In my opinion, it's stupid because I couldn't even explain it. No,
I feel like
it has its pros just because obviously the critics are going to be more critical of the movie than the audience will. This movie isn't made. Movies aren't made for the critics. Movie is made for the audience. It's made to be seen. So I feel like the audience score is really all that matters, in my opinion. You're making it for us, for our families and stuff like that, to go watch this specific movie. So why the fuck do I care about what the press has to say about this movie?
The way I kind of look at it, bear with me on this analogy. The way I see how anime fans power scale characters is the way I see how critic reviews are for movies. I feel like critics are really just mainly distorted just so we can just put on a tier list and put it somewhere, and if you want to give it as accolades, you can. But other than that, that's what the critics, their things are for. Similar to how in anime, people like to power scale like their favorite characters and whatever. It's really just there just to platform that character and tell them how strong they are. Same way when it comes to critic reviews.
Yeah, I would say for me, critics reviews, I mean, they're not nothing, but they are just a little bit of something. I would, of course, like I wouldn't say we're casual moviegoers, but we go in majority of the time for a casual sake, to watch a movie, to be entertained between 90 to 180 minutes or something like that. So the audience score is what I personally look at more. However, the critic score, there is a grain of salt with everything. But, I would say to be uncontroversial, the only score that matters is what you give a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Opinions are opinions.
At the end of the day, you need to base how you feel about the movie on your own viewing instead of worrying about what the critics say. Because if you're gonna go watch Michael, or you refuse to go watch Michael because somebody sat there and said Jafar Jackson wasn't cast as Michael, and you don't like the fact that his nephew is watching that, then I don't know what to tell you about your own opinion choosing.
I don't know what that means. I don't. You lost me there.
No, I'm saying. What I mean is like
I needed subtitles.
I'm not gonna front. I lost myself. But what I'm saying,
I lost myself
midway through the sentence a little bit. I don't know front. But what I'm saying is that if you're going to a movie based on seeing or refusing to go see a movie based on what the critics say, then I feel like you need to take another look at how you view movies. I'm trying to find a way to get to this point. We're gonna cut this out. We're
gonna make it to a short, and then we're gonna cut it out.
Clip that.
L's in the chat.
My thing is, I'm trying to find a way to say that.
R.I.P. Bozo.
Basically, what I'm saying, you should not go to movies based on the opinions of others. Use your own.
There we go.
Yeah.
Woo. When there's a will, there's a way.
And my name is Will.
Niggas,
but sometimes he won't. Niggas be named Will, but won't.
The fucked up part is I literally said in the beginning.
You did not.
No, like before I started going off that weird tangent.
In the beginning. All right, but we're gonna move on now.
Fuck.
Thank you guys for your takes and long-winded takes on the audience versus critic score. You know, I'm pretty sure our audience are more confused now more than ever. Our audience turned into critics.
Go watch the movie, all right?
What audience? Everybody turned the shit off.
They heard me stutter 3 times and turned the shit off.
This episode is about to get 27%. But we're going to move on now. We're going to shift gear to The Boys. So as we all know, or if you don't know, I hate to break it to you, don't shoot the messenger. The Boys Gen V has been officially canceled.
Stupid.
In the arms of an angel.
But don't cry yet. They did say, I'm sorry.
Oh. All right, go ahead.
I was just going to say, don't cry, because they did say the Gen V cast will return in Vault Rising, which is releasing in 2027.
Yes, you took the words right out of my mouth, didn't you? Yes, some, if not majority of the cast will be returning in future The Boys projects, one of which is a prequel series called Vault Rising.
Mm-hmm.
It follows the rise of Soulja Boy and Stormfront. It is a murder mystery set in the 50s, I believe. Chat, what do we think about this? Are we excited?
I'm not. Oh, my fault. You can go first.
My initial take on it was, I feel like we wasted time.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is, and for me, this is not the first time The Boys have bamboozled me.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys remember, they had a little one season anthology series called The Boys Diabolical, and it was an animated show, and they said it was supposed to tie in to The Boys. Come to find out, the only thing that tied into it was like one episode, and that had to do with Homelander and what was his name, Black Noir, and that was it. And even then, that was loosely connected. So this was like, I feel like this was a big letdown for The Boys fans. I just really hope if they are gonna really use them, please use them well, because these are great actors who did amazing in Gen V, like Marie Moreau, the girl who can turn herself little, and the crazy guy. Those are my 3 favorite characters in the entire show.
Sam.
There you go, Sam.
Yeah.
What about you?
Don't get me wrong. I love Soulja Boy, so the fact that we get more of him in a new show in Vault Rising, it piques my interest. I'm excited. Don't really give a fuck about Stormfront. So yes, I'm excited for Vault Rising, but Gen V being canceled is not really something we all wanted. I feel like they had more story to tell, even though they weren't doing a good job at telling it. And from the things I heard in this season of The Boys, it hasn't really been elaborated or touched on either. I mean, we find out that Marie is just as strong, if not stronger, than Homelander. And then, bam, show's canceled. So, like,
that was such a bad thing to leave off.
It's a lot being left on the table, and like Will said, they just wasted all of our time building up all this hype and just not doing anything with it. So I'm excited to see what they do in the future, but I'm just gonna take it with a grain of salt and expect to be disappointed, because they've disappointed us multiple times before.
My question about their cancellation, I just want to know who was behind making that decision. Like, was this a business? Like, was this a business decision, or did they just have like a hard time trying to come up with a third season, or is there like contract or something like that? Because I feel like, especially with the season finale of the second season of Gen V2, I feel like it gave us so much opportunity for more expansion in this world through these characters, and for it to just end very unceremoniously it leaves a very bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah, I am excited for Vault Rising. However, The Boys side project, it kind of gives me. I'm a little bit antsy coming in because I don't know if they can fully fall through with telling the complete story. With since their side projects are essentially either just one season filler or canceled. And we're still supposed to be getting The Boys Mexico, I believe. I haven't heard any of that being canceled, but I don't know. It's super weird. It's like, why should I be attached to characters that I don't know if they'll be here tomorrow? If that makes sense.
Especially with them announcing that in this season, most of the cast are gonna get. They already said it in their promotions. Is like, don't hold on to no characters by the end of the season because a lot of them are going to get capped. So it's like now you're telling me most of these characters are getting killed off, and this will be the final season of our original team, and then you're telling me there's a new set of teams set in Mexico that we're supposed to care about. Kind of losing me as a fan a little bit. Makes me want to wait until the live action Invincible movie comes out.
Live action Invincible.
Yeah, you didn't know?
But wait, what does that got to do with The Boys?
Because since they're owned by Prime, I would just skip out on these shows and just wait for more Invincible.
Oh, okay. I get you. But yeah, before we wrap things up, let's get into some other news now. Whoa. From a bummer to summer. I don't know where that rhymes, but Project Hail Mary has officially passed $600 million at the global box office.
Mm-hmm. That's a good movie.
You didn't clap. There we go. What do you guys think? Can this movie reach $1 billion? Is it possible?
No.
At all? Okay.
Wow.
It's not.
The Michael going to steal his thunder?
Michael probably will pass it. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
It did get its theatrical run extended.
It's 6. That's global, right?
Yeah.
Michael's gonna pass it.
Cause what was the box office number again for Michael?
200 million is opening weekend.
217.
So you're telling me opening night they're already a third of the way to Project Mary?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry, they ain't going out.
Michael's passing it. I'm sorry. It's gonna be the biggest film of 2026 so far until what's it called drops.
Spider-Man Brand New Day?
Fuck no.
Oh,
But Odyssey.
There you go. That's a better one.
Odyssey will be Tom Holland's biggest project this year.
For the Odyssey, we ride at dawn.
I'm telling you, I saw the trailer. They played the trailer when during Michael.
Oh, it's gonna be good?
He said,
Is it? That's my biggest film of this year.
Oh shit.
all right, moving on now. The
Shout
Mummy
out Sir
4.
Christopher Nolan. My bad.
It's all right. The Mummy 4 with Brendan Fraser will now release on October 15th, 2027.
Wait, what? Didn't it originally supposed to come out like...
Who?
The Mummy 4.
The Mummy 4.
Yeah, with Brendan Fraser and the Mummy.
Yeah,
It got its release date.
So that new one that just came out that has nothing to do with...
No. That's it was like the 2021 Invisible Man.
Oh, it's just a remake.
Yeah.
Like a remake.
Miami Vice 85 movie starring Michael B. Jordan and Austin Butler has been delayed till was it August? May 19th, 2028.
Of course. We all saw that coming.
Yeah, I bet you anything has to do with the contracts.
It does.
It for sure does. We want Tom Cruise as the main villain.
I told you, Michael B. Jordan asking for more money.
He
wasn't
asked
gonna work
for
out
too
like
much.
that. Miami Vice budget isn't going to be big enough to be giving Michael B. Jordan half that.
Yeah.
Let me see. We finally have some follow-up regarding the Avatar movie leak. A 26-year-old man in Singapore arrested for leaking Avatar faces 7 years in prison and or a $50,000 fine. Chat, did we get our guy? Did we get the guy, chat?
Free him.
Free him. Hey, I ain't gonna lie.
Pay that fine.
Pay that 50 bands.
If we all put $1 in for his fine, he's straight.
Yeah, you'll have $7 billion. But I mean, it's so weird though. We didn't get that much discourse about the movie.
At all.
because I feel like everybody were like, I feel like they're like a level of one, they're kind of like trying to like respect the movie because a lot of people were. Cause at first, when after it spread like wildfire, like wildfire. Whew, Lord, my mouth is horrendously fucking me up today. I feel like after it spread, people watched it, and I feel like everybody mostly liked it, but I feel like most people didn't want to like speak too much on it because it was a leak. And I feel like since not the actor, one like the main like artists came out and they were like saying like, hey, I'm not faulting y'all for watching the movie online, but it's kind of like it is what it is.
Everybody liked it?
You didn't?
I've seen a lot of people who didn't.
I enjoyed it, and I've seen discourse people saying that they liked it.
Yeah, it was great animation. I watched the first 15 minutes of it. I ain't gonna lie, it was during the week. I was too busy to watch the full thing.
Yeah, and on top of that, I saw a little bit of it, but I turned it off because of how I personally feel about watching stuff, especially something like Avatar, because that's like one of my favorite series growing up. I feel like I would be like betraying the artists and the creators behind it if I watched it.
Oh, I have no moral backbone. I would have watched that movie 3 times if I could have.
Let them leak Brand New Day.
Man, I wish I had a leaked Brand New Day.
I'm not gonna front. I probably still wouldn't watch it. To be honest, if they leaked Brand New Day, I probably wouldn't watch it.
This nigga's a liar.
No, like that ass. It's like I feel like a lot of people put their hard-earned soul into making these movies and just to watch that. Shit. At one point, we wanted to become actors, and you want me to sit there and be like, yeah, you know what? Let somebody screw me over.
Me waiting to watch this shit in the theaters ain't making me no money. If I can sit home and watch that shit for free, I am.
To each their own.
I get to save money watching that shit. But we're gonna move on now. Some news about the John Wick franchise. John Wick spinoff Kane, Donnie Yen's character from 4, has begun filming. And with John Wick 5, it is coming. However, they are expected to drop an animated prequel film ahead of that movie's release. So how we feeling, chat? How we feeling about the John Wicks?
I'm still trying to figure out how they're trying to make a John Wick franchise without John Wick because he's dead.
We don't know if he's dead.
Was he not in Ballerina?
He was.
But that was like a prequel.
Yeah, that was like a pseudo prequel. I think it happened between either 3 and 4 or 2 and 3, one of those two.
Yeah.
But yeah, exciting news. We need more John Wick. I ain't gonna lie.
Definitely more John Wick.
Streets need it. Finally, Marvel Comics announces Predator versus the Planet of the Apes. It is a 5-issue miniseries launching this July.
Thank you, heavens.
That's gonna be good.
I've been waiting on more things Predator. It's one of my favorite series of all time. So
it is dropping that nigga in any universe. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, Predators be doing anything.
Predator.
First he fucking with the Native Americans.
That is like a fuck with the animal kingdom, bro.
Kidnapping niggas and dropping them on their planets to fight them.
He somehow beefed with the DC and Marvel universe in the comics too.
This nigga just be doing anything. Nigga, Predators be doing. Alright, I ain't gonna say the joke. Okay, go on, moving on.
Moving on.
That's it for the news.
Don't clip that.
Clip that.
Clip.
Yeah, I didn't mean that. But we got any closing remarks from the guys?
Drink water.
That's my line.
Well, figure something else out, buddy.
Fuck Will.
And as always, may your love spread like wildflowers. And before we go.
Alright. We got jokes, alright.
We want to send our condolences to the family of Jerry Conway, who created The Punisher, Ben Reilly, Firestorm, Jason Todd, and many more comic book characters. And he also wrote the iconic storyline, The Night Gwen Stacy Died, which was adapted in Isaiah's favorite movie, Amazing Spider-Man 2. So, Jerry, thank you for your service. We send our love and our condolences to you and your family. And thank you guys for joining us for another episode of the Very Important Podcast, aka VIP. We'll catch y'all on the next time.